pH indicators. This is an image of the red cabbage juice and beetroot juice. These are the indicators I used. So red cabbage, curry powder which has turmeric in it, and beetroot juice. I also used baking powder, but that's later on. So these are all of the substances I used: washing up liquid, baking soda, squash, vinegar, shampoo, toilet cleaner, milk, and window cleaner. Okay, so later on, whilst I was editing this video, I realised that I didn't use baking soda. I used bicarbonate of soda, and then I used baking soda as another indicator. This is the red cabbage pH scale, which I actually didn't use because of the results, but it goes from strong acid to strong alkali. And then these are the results with the red cabbage juice. They did come out differently to what I thought they would, because I think we used too much cabbage in the cabbage juice, but the washing up liquid and baking soda is quite blue compared to the vinegar. So the vinegar is a highly concentrated acid, and the washing up liquid is a highly concentrated alkali. So the milk, because it's that colour, it didn't come out correct, so it's very different compared to what it should be. So it's actually an alkali. But yeah. Okay, so we've got all of the liquids back, and baking powder, well, soda. And this time I'm going to be doing beetroot. So this is what the beetroot will look like. So it goes more red when it's an acid and more purple when it's an alkali. And then this is what they look like. We had a couple of spillages, but they're all pretty much the same colour, except these ones are much more darker than the vinegar, which is very acidic, which is more pink. And again, the milks ruin it because it's well of its colour. So that's the beetroot. Okay, so we're on our final one, and now we're going to be using curry powder, which has turmeric in, which is what will make the reaction. So we've got them all again. However, we ran out of squash, so we've had to replace it for non-bio powder. So this is what the turmeric pH indicator is meant to look like, and this is what ours looks like. So it hasn't really worked. Some of them are quite green still, but that's mainly because that's the colour they actually were before. So we have quite a few spillages, but so this one hasn't really worked. Okay, so because the turmeric didn't really work, we're going to be using baking powder, which fizzes in acids, and even though we know which ones are acids and which ones aren't, I think it'll still be fun to do, so yeah. So some of them haven't had much reaction, but some even of the alkalis have had quite a big reaction to it. We know that the vinegar would, but it's actually not fizzing as much, it's just making a lot of noise. But then we've got quite a big reaction from the shampoo, which is, it's almost creating like a foamy texture. And again from the baking soda, which is strange. I think this is actually bicarbonate soda with water in. But yeah. And we've got some from the milk as well. The majority of these are just kind of settling with it, but the vinegar is still fizzing quite a lot. So is this, so is the non-bio powder. But yeah, the toilet cleaner has had basically no reaction to. This is just making a mess. And so is this one. This one, nothing's really happening. The washing up liquid, which we've got some chromatography going on, but there's nothing really happening. But the majority of them actually, see, that one's having quite a big reaction
to it, but yeah. So yeah, this is the baking soda.